What I'm about to tell you is extremely important to me. It represents the worst cultural shift that I've witnessed in this country. And it matters not if you're pro-choice, pro-life, or an agnostic. You must take notice. I'm talking about the legalization of infanticide, or to put it in layman's terms, absolution, for the intentional killing of full-term babies. Babies born alive who were then murdered or allowed to die on the mother's say-so. The procedure is described by Virginia Governor Ralph Northam, a pediatric neurologist no less, who coldly describes and defends the killing of babies after they are born. Now, he didn't say how, but the meaning is clear. If the mother wants the baby dead, the baby dies. By way of motivation, consider this. Northam received over $2 million from Planned Parenthood. You remember Planned Parenthood in those undercover films where the sale of baby parts is discussed? And you can now add New York State. They now allow third-term abortions, where a baby can be delivered full-term, born alive, and then allowed to die or worse. Governor Andrew Cuomo, for the sake of full disclosure, I ran against him for Attorney General in New York State in 2006, openly celebrated this government-sanctioned infanticide by lighting up New York's World Trade Center in pink. You celebrate barbaric homicides where an entire class of helpless human beings born alive are denied equal protection under the Constitution and denied life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? In fact, there's no requirement that the health of the mother even be at risk. You celebrate that innocent, helpless babies enjoy less protection by the lawless left than endangered species like turtles or caterpillars? You celebrate lethal violence against a baby after it's born? Shame on you! What would your father, Governor Mario Cuomo, say if he were alive? And don't give me this hogwash that maybe the baby's deformed. There are so many tests, sonograms, amniocentesis, DNA screening, and so much more long before the 38th week that you would celebrate the ideological justification to take the lives of innocent human beings with no requirement other than the health of the mother, which isn't even defined. It undermines human dignity. Now, I've actually prosecuted infanticide cases where infants are killed intentionally. It's a homicide, folks, not an abortion. And the irony is, we actually have, get this, no-kill cities where animals will not be euthanized even if they're not adopted. And I've actually prosecuted animal cruelty cases, too, where animals are intentionally killed and they can get a maximum of 2 years in jail. So babies carried in the mother's womb for 9 months and then killed, that's not criminal? And where is the Catholic Church on this? We've got a pope who's more worried about climate change and equal pay for women than attending to his own flock in the Middle East, where genocide against Christians occurs. The Catholic Church has lost enough credibility in the last few years for them to not step up in every pulpit, every church in this nation, and implore their congregants to recognize the evil being committed. If they don't do this, then they're part of the problem. Tomorrow's Sunday. Listen closely to what your priest says. Hopefully, he will talk about the evil that is occurring under the law across this country.